Battle Pass is here. The community very hot about this new game mode tied to Real-Time Arena. In this video, we are going to discuss ways to improve both to make it a little more enjoyable for everyone. And if you are ready for that, find that like button and you know what to do. Let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day. And I hope you're ready for a discussion about Real-Time Arena and Battle Pass. Yeah, hot new game modes in Marvel Strike Force. And the reason I keep calling this a hot game mode, not because there's a lot of excitement and enjoyment for this game mode. No, there's a lot of heat. A lot of anger around this game mode, especially on Reddit. If you go to Reddit right now, most of the posts right there are about Real-Time Arena and Battle Pass and all the problems and issues with it. But in this video, I'm going to talk about some solutions, some ways that I think this mode can be made better. Most of them suggested by you guys in the Valley Club on the live stream this morning. Now, if this is your first time here, guys, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so that you get notified every time a new video goes up on this channel. And we do a lot of Marvel Strike Force content, tips, tricks, suggestions, and things like that to help you with the game. But without further ado, guys, let's go into the game right now and talk about Battle Pass and Real-Time Arena. So the first thing that I want to talk about that a lot of people have issue with is the price. So if I move this camera here and we look at the prices, we have $19.99 for the premium rewards, 30 or 40 bucks for the premium rewards plus 30 ratings. And if we look at this, there are 100 levels to this, which means there's a lot of rewards and a lot of ways. Now, I did preview this initially a few weeks before this was released, and one of my main feedbacks to the devs was the pricing. I didn't think the rewards plus all the time spent grinding were equal to the price that they were charging. In my mind, I think a better price would have been in the $10 to $15 range for this thing. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think the proper pricing for a battle pass like this should be? I think around 10, 15 bucks would be a proper level, but let me know what you guys think. And then what you get for this 40 bucks is 30 ratings, 30 levels. And you get all those premium rewards as well. And as if you know, guys, there are 100 levels of this battle pass. Now, if we go in game, let's actually switch the camera again and look at the in-game mail. Oh, not there. Let's go to the mail that we have right here from a couple days ago where they broke down the rewards. If we look at him, Mojo's Mayhem Season 1. And the reason I have a lot of hope for this, guys, is this is Season 1. This is going to be an ongoing thing, a monthly thing, where they're changing some of these things, changing some of these rewards. And hopefully when Season 2 comes out, hopefully at least some of these changes that I'm talking about will be in effect. And pricing is one of them. Now, if you look at the pricing, we got some rewards here, and they kind of go hand in hand. So number 1 and number 2 is the pricing and the reward. Some of the complaints from the community this morning was that they want some gold in there. They want some training mats in here. But what are we getting? We're getting 45 Zemo shards, character shards for this season. 30 superior gear parts, tier 14, 40 superior gear parts for 15. We got 425, various pieces of superior gear, 280 pieces of advanced gear, 5 promotion credits, silver version, 50 power cores, and 80 L3 training mats. And that was another complaint from the community, guys. Maybe some L4s, the training mats. Now, that is what you get just by grinding this out. And if you look at what the premium pass does for 20 bucks, we get a lot of stuff here. We get a 55 additional Zemo shards, 90 additional superior 14 pieces, 60 additional gear 15 pieces, 5 gold promotion credits, 10 more silver promotion credits, and we got a bunch of gear here, 500 power cores, and more L3 training mats. Now that is what you get. Now, if you look at this, what this costs and what you get, 20 bucks, it seems like a pretty good deal, but you're waiting for these rewards. You're not getting them all at once, and you're having to do grinding for a long time for this. And I think for a lot of players, what their estimate was when I spoke to them previous, it was about half an hour a day. And there's some people that are doing this in a lot less time, and some people that's taking a lot less time for this. And a lot of it has to do with the objectives, especially those knockouts and using these rewards. Now, we're going to get to that as far as some of the fixes, but one of the big things that I've noticed and the community noticed that is an issue is with these the matchmaking, and matchmaking is a big issue right now. This was sent to me on Twitter by Gaming Fruguy, and if we look at this matchup, not very fun. 34,000 power versus 446k power. This is not a fun matchup for either of these players. This player is just going to dominate very easy. It'll make him easier to get his knockout rewards. But with Fruguy here, not really able to do anything. Not going to get any knockout rewards. Not really able to claim any of his objectives right here. So this is not a good matchup. So matchmaking, pricing, rewards, those are probably my top 3 fixes that need to be switched. So something done with matchmaking, maybe including like a balance mode. I know one of the reasons Scopely wanted this mode is so that we could build our rosters, but if it's kind of like balance mode where you got to get them to at least a tier 8 or something before you could use this in a balance mode, I think that can be kind of a solution. It may pose some problems for newer players, so I'm not sure if that's the best solution, but yeah, something needs to be done with matchmaking. If you have any solutions for the matchmaking, let me know in the comments, guys. All right, and another problem that a lot of people are having is there's some complaints about some of these objectives here for this battle pass and this real-time arena. The first one, and this is a big complaint, and in the grand scheme of things, it may not be that big of a deal, but it still is a big complaint from the community. Let's say Symbiote Spider-Man. He was one of my objectives that I needed to use abilities for the past couple days, and let's say because he's a milestone character, let's say I don't have him unlocked. Well, if he's in my objectives and I don't have him unlocked, well, I'm not going to be able to do any of those objectives or that particular objective for Symbiote Spider-Man, which means I'm missing out on these points. Not a huge deal because there are 41,000 total points in Battle Pass per season. And you only need 25,000 to hit all 100 levels of the battle pass. So you don't really need all of these, but I know there's a lot of completionists like me that want to do everything. And if you're a completionist and need this and want this, then it is not fun to see this. And it makes you have to do more of these knockouts if you're not able to do some of these easier ability traits. So that is one complaint that I see of community. So maybe tying these characters to individual rosters. Maybe there's some way that they could code this so that you have to at least have these characters on your roster for them to be used. Now, if you want some breakdown on how you can calculate how many knockouts you have to do, how many abilities you have to do, how many of these dailies you have to do, my brother, Remanx, he put together another great spreadsheet on how to claim some of these rewards. And if you want to check out his video on that, the link and his spreadsheet, the links are going to be down below. But the other complaint that I'm seeing about these characters, let's say Gamora. She's not really useful right now. So let's say I didn't build Gamora up. She's only level 1, didn't put any resources into her. Well, if I had this objective and I use this ability, well, I'm not going to be able to use the ability because she's going to die quickly because she could get one-shotted before she even gets ability off. And that's happened to me with some of my other characters the past few days. And it is not fun, especially if they die super early. So another complaint, maybe making these a requirement when it's tied to your roster, not only having them in your roster, but being built to a certain level, maybe an average, a little bit above average of your roster using their abilities so that they're not dying right off the bat. That is not fun. And yes, again, it's not that big of a deal because 41,000, 25,000 is a pretty big spread there per season. So it's not like it's super required, but yeah, it doesn't feel fun when you're not able to use these requirements and you're bringing these characters just so you can hit these objectives and they're not even able to get their abilities off. And then as far as these objectives, the other complaint that I'm seeing, the other major complaint that I'm seeing is that these are all tied. All of these Battle Pass objectives are only tied to Real-Time Arena. Now, I know some people don't have a problem with that because it's made for this game mode, but the devs in the latest Strike Time episode, and they said only about a third of the community is really excited about this real-time PvP. I am one of them, but I know I'm in the minority. I know most of you guys out there don't like real-time PvP, which means you're not liking this real-time arena, and all of these Battle Pass rewards are tied to real-time arena. And if you don't like this game mode, because they're all tied to this one real-time arena game mode, you're kind of forced to play it to get some of these good rewards from this Battle Pass. And that's not fun. If you're grinding out a game mode that you don't like, it's not fun. So hopefully in season 2, in season 3, they add some other objectives, maybe tied to arena, maybe tied to war, maybe tied to the raids or something like that. that you could get some other rewards, other objectives for Battle Pass, not just with Real-Time Arena. And a few more other changes to this Real-Time Arena and Battle Pass that came up on the live stream this morning. The first one, quitting. There's no consequences if you quit. If you're in the middle of a battle and your opponent quits, well, you don't get any knockouts if you didn't do any knockouts before they quit. If you knocked out one character before that, then you only get one. You don't get all 5. I think that is very, very bad, because if you lose, there's really no consequences. Most of the time, people are quitting just to save time, but it should work in reverse, I think. And to avoid people just giving matches away, I think if you do at least one knockout, get at least one kill in the battle, and then the person quits, you should get all 5. I think that should be a no-brainer. That should be implemented in the next week or the next season. That is absolutely a change that needs to be made to this game mode. Faster clocks. I think there's some people that are taking a lot of time on their actions, and that's leading to people getting disinterested with the game mode, especially when most of the time, most of the play in Marvel Strike Force is against the AI, which takes their turns immediately, when you're having to wait minutes sometimes for the opponent. I know this is only a 15-second timer, but that first action, it's a large timer. So if you could reduce that to maybe 10 seconds, I don't know if 5 seconds is enough time, but if you could reduce that, I think that would also increase people's enjoyment for this game mode. Optional characters. So if we go back to these rewards right now, the season rewards are from Zemo, but there's some people that have zero use for Zemo in their roster right now. So one suggestion that was made by chat this morning is to have maybe tokens. Instead of these characters, have tokens. And there's 2, maybe 3 characters that are in a store that you could purchase with these tokens. So you could purchase the most useful character with these with whatever tokens you're getting from Battle Pass. I think that would appease more players, because late game players, Zemo is awesome, but for newer players, mid game players, they might not have a use for Zemo. Maybe they don't have Cull Obsidian unlocked. Cull may have been a better choice and may have been more enticing for players. So have optional characters. And then the last, this is a personal favorite, because this is something that I've seen with other type of ban modes, especially in Marvel Future Fight. I would like to see this expanded to at least 5 characters, so that people can't just take in their strongest PvP teams and just dominate and just knock everybody out without getting you a chance to use any of your abilities for your characters. I would like to see it at least 5. Right now we have Proxima, Carnage, and Ultron banned. Well, that eliminates Black Order, that eliminates Symbiotes, and it eliminates Ultron, but there's still a lot of great characters out there that people can use. So I think if they change this on either a weekly basis or a seasonal basis, these 5 characters that you can't use, I think it'd be good. Actually, I think a weekly basis would be even better. All right, guys, and that is it. Let me know your thoughts on these top 10 changes that I think can help make Battle Pass a lot more palatable and a lot more enjoyable for the most of the community. Pricing. I think the optimal price here is in a 10 to 15 buck range. I think 10 bucks is very reasonable for most of the community. Rewards, we need more rewards. We need more bang for our buck. That is tied into pricing, but I know a lot of community needs more gold, more training mats. Include these in the Battle Pass rewards. Matchmaking is a huge issue, guys. So hopefully they could do some things to fix the matchmaking. Characters that are not in your roster, you may not need it, but it doesn't feel good when you see that character and you're not able to do anything with that. Trash tunes, characters that you haven't built up, they need to be able to get their abilities off to meet these objectives as well. And having these rewards only tied to Real-Time Arena is not how a lot of the community was expecting this Battle Pass to work. So having them tied to other game modes, what I think would make it a little more enjoyable. Quitting. You should have some consequences, maybe not for yourself, because I know people quit because they want to save time, but your opponent should get 5 knockouts for that and not just have them get nothing for that. I think more banned characters would make it a little better. Changing that on a rotational basis per season would be good. More faster clock, so you have to do your actions a lot quicker. And give some optional characters. Give us some options for the characters, not just one character, not just Zemo. Maybe some other characters that newer players can use, mid-game players can use. Let them choose. That is it, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Are there other changes that you want to see to Real-Time Arena and Battle Pass? Or do you not like some of these changes that I suggested? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Check me out on Twitch every single morning. Yeah, and give me a Hulk fist bump before you go. Check out some of my other videos. ValleyFlyin out. Oh, yeah.